Hi friends, my name's Tracy.bish. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia. Welcome to my channel. This is the Global Monthly Video Hop for October, and I'm super excited that you're joining me this month for our video hop. If you haven't been here before, you haven't seen our video hops before, what it is we're Stampin' Up demonstrators from around the world. We get together every month with a new theme, and we like to share our designs and inspiration with you. So you can find the fellow demonstrators and my friends' video links in the description of my video. Please make sure that you go over and see each of the videos, leave them a comment, give them the thumbs up, and if you've enjoyed them, please subscribe to their channel as well. So for this month's challenge, the theme is techniques or card techniques, and I'm super excited to share with you my technique that I decided to go with this month. So let me show you the card and I'll talk a little bit about the technique that I've used for this card. So here it is here. We have the new Mini Catalogue that is now available. So I'm using some new product from the Mini Catalogue. Can you tell what the technique is yet? Let me bring it a little bit closer for you. We're doing partial die cutting, which is a super fun technique. It is really a lot easier than it looks. And it creates a gorgeous card here that we're going to create. So let's get started with it. So the new products I'm using for today's card are from the Mini Catalogue. I have the Merriest Trees bundle, as well as the Berry Christmas DSP and the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. There are so many new products in the new Mini Catalogue, and I'm so excited to be sharing them with you. But these are what I've chosen to start with. Look at this gorgeous DSP, absolutely beautiful, and works so well with your projects for Christmas time. So here is my card. It's using that technique of partial die cutting. I don't know whether, if you haven't tried it before, this is a fun one to use, and it's really not as hard as it looks. So we have a garden green card base. I've just scored and burnished my card base. Then I've got Mossy Meadow and Garden Green for our top of the card, Mossy Meadow and Very Vanilla for our sentiment, and then the inside of the card is also Very Vanilla, and a scrap piece of silver foil for our stars on our trees. So I'm just using the smallest slither of DSP. I love this design. I've never used as much Very Vanilla as I have in the past couple of weeks, so that's exciting for me. I think I've had one pack of Very Vanilla for my whole demonstratorship, and I've been a demonstrator for a little over 10 years, so that's pretty funny to have that for a decade and not really use it. So we're going to layer these two colours together, the Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. I have just cut down my strip of DSP. The DSP measures 3/4 by 5 7/8, and we're going to add that strip with just some liquid glue to our card base on the left hand side. So where we're partial die cutting is the front of the card, and we're using this second piece of cardstock on the side there to give us that partial die cutting effect. So I've just layered that strip in the center of the card base, done a really small pencil line that we can rub out later on, and that tells me where the end of that, or that edge of that cardstock is. So on our card base, we're going to use the largest tree in that Merriest Trees bundle. I'm going to stamp on the card base with Mossy Meadow off to the edge. So I want the top of the tree to be just on the right hand side of that pencil line that we have there. That way I've got the top of the tree is on the actual card base rather than halfway on, halfway off. So it's just over, just a slight fraction. So we're going to stamp that with the Mossy Meadow. Now this is a really dark, deep colour, so it will take a little minute to dry. So I'm going to pop that to the side. We're going to heat emboss over the top of that with some white embossing powder. So I want to make sure that it's nice and dry before we get going on it. So we can stamp our sentiment piece. This is Mossy Meadow. I'm using the sentiment, hoping your home is filled with the spirit of the season. We're going to use some Old Olive for that one, and the inside piece of Very Vanilla, we're also going to stamp the sentiment, which is also really cute. It's a little tree that says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas," which I thought is so adorable. So I do make a mistake in this video, and I've left it in just so I could show you, tell you what to do if this happens to you and how to try and avoid it. But we're not up to that yet, but just know that I am not a perfect stamper, I'm not a perfect crafter, and things go wrong. And you just have to keep moving forward. There's no such thing as a perfect card either, so that's always really important to know. So I'm just going to hit the Mossy Meadow ink with the heat tool. Because it is a dark colour, it will hold the moisture there for a lot longer. And I don't want to add extra heat embossed powder over the top. So I'm just checking to make sure that nothing's sticking. It's not. I've got my embossing buddy over the top to keep any stray pieces of powder away. And then in that set there is like a snow stamp where we can add the snow to the trees. Now there's multiple different trees in this set. It's a really great one. You can use multiple sizes of your tree, and the snow works with all of them. So we're just going to stamp that over the top. I'm using white embossing powder from the Basics embossing powder collection, and we'll just heat that with the heat tool until it becomes nice and melted. Now, if you haven't tried this technique before, please let me know in the comments. And if you do try this technique after watching this video, please let me know as well. Maybe share the card with me. You can share that on social media as well. So we're gonna die cut 2 of these stars, and this set actually has quite a few different stars, really detailed and beautiful stars. We're going to use the rounded whimsical stars. So I'm just going to die cut 2 of those from the scrap piece of foil. So here we go. This is going to be my mistake. I'm lining that edge of that matting piece to our little pencil mark. I'm going to line up the die, the tree die, with our stamped image. I've used post-it notes that didn't work. So then I've come in and I've popped the washi tape on my hands to try and get rid of some of that stickiness. I've popped it through, and you will have to go through your die cutting machine twice, maybe 3 times, because you do have 2 layers of cardstock there. Now here's my mistake. I obviously didn't take off enough sticky. This just completely pulls apart my card. So I'm going to come back and redo that all over again. No biggie. It works better the second time. So one thing is you can get different masking tape that will hold these die cuts down. I haven't been able to find it here in Australia, and if you're in Australia and you know you can buy it somewhere, let me know. That would be fantastic. I haven't been able to find it here, but if you take that sticky off your washi tape a little bit better, you'll have less trouble. But yeah, anyway, we've learnt from our mistake now. Now I also ran that whole piece after it was die cut with the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder, which is gorgeous. Look how many dimensionals I use there. I always use a ton. I don't know, maybe you could use less if you don't want to use so many, but I find if it goes in the mail, you want to make sure that it's well protected, otherwise it'll get squashed. So I'm just added my inside layer with some liquid glue, and I've glued inside one of those little silver foil stars. On the front of the card, we're going to add 2 dimensionals to pop that star up, because there's 2 different levels there. We're going to add our sentiment together, and I'm also going to create a bow with the Simply Elegant trim and add that down as well. So it's a beautiful card. Now I wanted to just say to you, this is a video hop, so make sure that you go and check out all my other friends that have joined in this month's hop. There are their links in the description of this video. Also would like to say that if you are new here, if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would love it if you hit subscribe. And if you live in Australia and you're after some of these wonderful products that you've seen me use, you can purchase them in my online store. There is a link in the description of this video as well, and I've got some wonderful specials for my wonderful customers. So if you purchase with me each month, you'll receive a free handmade card or gift, and you also receive a bundle tutorial. I love to spoil my customers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you've enjoyed today's project, and we'll be back next month with another Global Monthly Video Hop video. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Bye bye.